Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through. Just an old sweet song.
Jimmy Carter was truly a product of his parents.
His mother represented a very tender heart. His father represented a very tough mind. You've got to have a tough mind and a tender heart. And I think Jimmy Carter was born that way.
My father was a dedicated, hard-working, down-to-earth farmer, and he was a strict racial segregationist. My mother, on the other hand, believed just the opposite. She was a registered nurse, and she treated black and white people exactly the same. This was a kind of torment or division in my life. All my neighbors, all my playmates, all my intimate companions were African American kids. We went to separate schools, went to separate churches, so that's the way I grew up. Miss Judy Coleman was our superintendent, and she convinced me that I could do anything I wanted. To my utter amazement, I began to think that I should follow in my father's footsteps rather than to continue with my Navy career.
Racial discrimination is over. NBC News projects James Earl Carter of the state of Georgia elected the next president of the United States.
One of the most significant accomplishments of the Carter administration and President Carter personally was a treaty of peace between Israel and Egypt.
Welcome to the Oval Office, where I served as president for 4 years. As a matter of fact, the first time I ever saw the Oval Office was after I was actually elected president. When I came here as a guest of then President Ford, who showed me around. The next time I came was after I'd been inaugurated. As we looked over the White House very quickly and then came down to the Oval Office, and I came in here, and it was a very difficult thing for me to look at the Oval Office and to feel that it was actually mine, that I could maybe change something that was there. Just the arrangement of the sofas, the chairs, and maybe even pull the window drapes. A lot of my friends would come to the Oval Office, outspoken friends from Georgia and otherwise. They would come in here and try to talk to me, and some of them were absolutely unable to speak. They were mute. They couldn't even say a word. Quite often they would forget what they came to see me about. And later would have to call back on the telephone and tell one of my staff members, this is why I came to Washington, please give this message. When I coordinated from this office without leaving, as a matter of fact, even to go to bed at all, sitting on the couch, or sometimes lying down on the couch with telephones all around me, the release of the American hostages from Iran. Negotiating through intermediaries in Algiers, I coordinated the work of the Defense Department, the State Department forces, the Federal Reserve banking system, because $12 billion in Iranian assets were at stake. We had to work to the Bank of England, where $2 billion worth of gold was deposited. It belonged to them. And there were 7 or 8 other nations involved. And from this point, here at the Oval Office, I negotiated finally and successfully the release of our hostages, all of whom, as you know, came home safe and free. I think that was probably the most dramatic moment of my life. When I finally got word, before I left my office of president, that the hostages were safe, that their release had been approved, that they were in an airplane on the end of the runway in Tehran, and that they would soon be leaving Iran and coming back home. So this is a place of history. It's a place of excitement. It's a place of hard work. It's a place of many very pleasant memories for me.
President Carter's legacy is peace with the world. And he left the presidency not only with peace, but with the respect and admiration of the majority of the citizens on this planet.
Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pine.